Amiguitos, so this informal video is more of a rant than a video about rainy season in Merida. Whoa, I haven't left my house in a few days, and it's because of like a couple reasons or so. One of those two reasons is, well, everywhere is like Venice. Everywhere is like Venice right now. Flooded streets, especially Central. Like, I'm seeing pictures and videos on Facebook. Like, people are making jokes out of this, making memes out of this. And yeah, it's funny until it's not. Because I've driven through flooded streets. I've walked through flooded streets. I've walked around flooded streets. And here we have people complaining that, well, the government, they have money for 𝒂𝒊𝒅𝒆 gastronomica, they have money for 𝒂𝒊𝒅𝒆, but they don't have money for basic public drainage system. But at the same time, I see like the drains, right? A lot of times they're covered in like leaves, garbage, all sorts. And I'm just like, well, actually, even though the drainage system it's not enough, but the little that you guys have, like, come on, like, clean it up. So like 2 times I've seen people like cleaning it out, right? During the rain, after the rain. One time I saw this man like using his bare hands, no gloves, no nothing, not even with a stick or with a broom, just using his hands to rake the leaves. And a few days ago I was driving through Central, and then I saw this lady trying to clean, right? Trying to clean the gutter, right? Because most street corners in Merida, I think it's the way they build them, right? They flood. And it's not funny, especially if you live on a street corner and your house is almost at the same level as the sidewalk, right? Because people's houses get flooded. I'm talking about like a few centimeters. It's like up to the ankle or to the knees. If it's a kid, right? So I feel very bad for those people, and I do empathize with them. This past weekend, there was something called La Nina in 𝒐𝒊𝒂𝒓𝒆. So 𝒐𝒊𝒂𝒓𝒆, it's in Quintana Roo. It's a few hours south of Cancun. It's just next door to Belize. From 𝒐𝒊𝒂𝒓𝒆, you can actually take a ferry, I believe, to one of the islands in Belize. And yeah, people's vehicles were like 50% covered in water. Of course, homes and such. So it's like, yeah, we've been praying for rain all year long, but now it's like, wow, now this is too much rain. Last night, about 12 midnight, I was just like doing random stuff. I should be asleep, but I was just trying to do some stuff on my computer. And yeah, the power went out. The power went out. I was like, oh shoot. But fortunately, luckily, the power came back on about 30 minutes later, because I just went straight to bed. And then the power came back on, and then I had to get up to go turn off the lights that were on when the power was on. So thank God, at least for me, for my neighborhood, we've been quite fortunate with the power company, because the power company CFE, it's actually not too far away from me. Now that I think about it, like the giant CFE plant or something, it's like if I ride my bike, geez, it's about maybe 8 minutes. Yeah, I ride my bike. So even during the hurricane in 2021, our power went out for less than a day. But in some neighborhoods, it went out for like 3 days or 1 week or something like that. So the rainy season in Merida, it's no joke. So now it's like, which one do you prefer, extreme heat or excessive rain? It's extreme heat. I can't breathe. Everywhere is hot. Excessive rain, well, at least we can go out now. But yeah, many places are flooded. My street, my area, it's really good. It's not like, thank God we don't experience floods in my own neighborhood. But if you have to go out like to Central, there's a particular fraccionamiento called Las Americas who I heard in 2019 or 2020 the whole fraccionamiento was flooded because I think urban planning, the housing development company that built in Las Americas, they did such a bad job when it comes to the drainage system. So people's houses got flooded. So now Las Americas is like, do not rent there, do not buy there, because when it rains, it becomes Venice. So, yeah, but I mean, it's really good because right now the trees now are blooming. There is a gourd tree. It's called in Spanish. It's called like I forgot what it's called now in Spanish, but yeah, gourd, right? Jicara, yeah, that's what it's called. There is a jicara tree like right outside, and for 2 months, because usually in April this tree will shed its leaves, and after maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when it starts raining, then it blooms. But for almost 3 months, this tree has been like dry, not a single leaf, not even one leaf on it. The fruits, like the gourds, they've all fallen down. But now, after just 1 week, the tree now has leaves on it, and now I'm assuming the other trees outside of Merida, like in the peripheral of the city, now I'm assuming now they'll have leaves because for several months these trees were just brown. They were brown, they were dry, they were bare. But now, thank God for rain and a little bit of sun, even though it's been quite cloudy, the trees are blooming again. And now, see that farmers now are thanking God that finally their prayers have been answered. Because, yeah, like farmers in many parts of Mexico, actually, they've been complaining about drought. And now that leads to water shortage. All over Mexico, even Mexico City, they have been suffering from water shortage for several months now, right? But now, luckily, thank God, it's been raining, and it's been raining too much, excessively. Now, hopefully, that issue would have all cleared up, right? So, like I said, this is mainly a rant. It's a little bit different from my usual video, but still, in all things, you give thanks. The pros and the cons. The sun is great. Also, the rain is also awesome because now you have so many things that have been dead for several months that are now getting revived within just a few days. Everything is getting revived. Even my plants, I thought they were gonna die, but now the plants are now blooming. They're growing again, and now I'm thinking, should I get into gardening? But yeah, so thank God for rain. Thank God for the abundant, right? Just the abundance of rain that we've been getting just in the past una semana, in the past 1 week. And for those whose homes are getting flooded, people with rain falling from the roof, because another thing in Merida is that the roof has to be waterproof. I heard every 3 years the roof has to be waterproof. If you're renting a house and the landlord hasn't sealed the roof, unfortunately, when it's raining outside, it might be raining in your living room. And then now you also have your living room getting flooded. And now this is why many houses, especially houses on the street corners, the esquinas, like I said, the sidewalks are dead. The sidewalks are really high. Like you have to step up, or sometimes you need to step on something to step on the sidewalks, because sidewalks in many parts of the city, they get flooded. And if your house is just at the same level as the sidewalk, you're in big trouble. So people sometimes they will build the sidewalk to be very high, so that at least that gives them a few centimeters of assurance when it rains, especially when there is a heavy downpour and it's like rain every single day. Because right now it's been raining since Thursday, every single day since I think Wednesday. Yeah, now it's Wednesday already. So for 7 days straight it rained. Today, Wednesday, it hasn't rained yet, at least not in my neighborhood. Somewhere else it might have rained, but in my neighborhood, no. So guys, if you're living in Merida or you've ever lived in Merida, let me know what your experience has been like in the rainy season. If you've how difficult was it to get an Uber? Usually for me, I usually cancel all of my appointments when it's raining because I'm like, no, I'm not risking taking my car to the workshop. Even though this past weekend, oh, I drove through many flooded streets. I was just praying to God, like, God, please do not let my car have any fault. Because at one point, I thought the water was going to get into my car. That was how flooded the streets were. Like, it was really high. And then this one guy, because it was like a street corner, he had the right of way, but I was already almost in the middle because I thought maybe he was gonna wait for me and then go. This guy didn't let me go, and then I had to wait because I usually try to avoid waiting. Even if the light says red, I'm not waiting in this flooded streets. I'm going, especially if there's no car. And this guy gave me a dirty look, like a nasty look, like, what the hell? What are you thinking? I'm just saying, you could have just paused, right? Like this, because I was already in the middle, just maybe 2 seconds. You could have just paused and just let me go. Especially since this guy was driving a minivan and I was driving a hatchback. So my car was a little bit lower than his car. His car was maybe just a few centimeters higher than mine. But bro, no mercy. No mercy during these circumstances. So yeah, I'll probably share maybe just a few videos that I've taken in the past few days, or maybe in the past few days about the rainy season in Merida. It's only June, and this is gonna go up until September. So June, July, August, September. So 4 months. But still, like I said, I thank God for rain, because finally now I can sleep without the air conditioner. The air conditioner has been off now for a week, so I can save money that way. I can open all of my windows. I can go out for walks at any time of the day that I want, because now it's like it's not excessively hot. So I mean, I just thank God, right? And the rain has washed away many of the dirt, garbage on the streets, even though it usually washes them on top of the drains, right? So, but still, at least feels a little bit cleaner. Now, sadly, because of the excessive rain, a lot of the sidewalks now will be covered in like grass, because the sidewalks here are the responsibility of the owners, like pretty much in Canada as well. So, but people here, they don't care. Some homes, like I've seen some homeowners hire somebody to uproot the grass, sweep everything up, and everything looks good just in their own section. In their own section. But so, and now maybe mosquitoes. So I've been really diligent about making sure that there is no open water, at least in my apartment compound. Because mosquitoes, especially since I wear dresses and skirts. So I've been very diligent about that. So for you guys who are living in Merida, or maybe you've lived in Merida, or you've lived in a city like Merida whereby everywhere floods when it rains, even if it's just one drop of rain, everywhere is now Venice. Let me know how you guys were able to cope. The sad thing is here, people don't have home insurance. For me, I tried getting home insurance a while back. It was quite tricky. So home insurance, it's not a thing here. So when your house floods, it's very sad. It's very, very unfortunate. It's very sad. I saw this guy on Facebook swimming. It was swimming through his patio. Just swimming, because he was like, because it's like when life gives you lemon, you make lemonade. But I was like, maybe that's the kind of lemonade you should be making. But I just felt bad for everybody. So that's why when I was renting, I was like, I'm looking for an apartment on the second floor. I don't want to rent on the first floor. But fortunately, though, my building is very far from the sidewalk, and the way the house was built, I don't think we're going to have any problem with flood. I was like, I'm renting on the second floor. But now that I'm watching videos about rain, in the living room, I'm just like, I'm on the second floor, and it's just a 2-floor building or 2-story building. So I'm hoping, there's no flood. I mean, there's no leakage or anything in the roof. But I've been quite fortunate in the past 3 years and 7 months that I've been living here in Merida, and I just hope that everything stays the same. Alright guys, thank you for listening to my rant, because yeah, this is really a rant. I'll do another video about the rainy season in Merida and how to mitigate that and how to just work around it to make sure that you don't end up in this situation, because like I said, home insurance really is not a thing. Getting an insurance as a tenant, homeowner, it's very tricky in Merida. So you have to, you have to know how to work around things. All right, see you guys in the next video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. Ciao.